Good morning, everybody. We are back. Yesterday, we had an English lesson and I introduced myself, even if I don't introduce myself again. Yesterday, we looked at those nouns that end with the letter Y. And when we are changing them from singular to plural form, that they take IES. We looked at those nouns that take IES when changed from singular to plural form. Let us remind ourselves of what we covered yesterday. Yesterday, we looked at singular, which we said that it means one. Then with their plurals, which we said that plural means more than one. We are just reminding ourselves of yesterday's lesson, whereby we looked at forming plurals with nouns which end with the letter Y. And when they are changed into plural form, that they take IES. We said that not all nouns that end with letter Y that take IES. We said that some take IES and others we promised that we shall see how they change into plural form. Now, let us look at those ones which end with letter Y and they take IES when changed into plural form. We looked at this noun here, baby. We looked at baby. We said that such a noun, when it is changing into plural form, we remove this letter Y and we replace it with the IES. And then we have the word babies. Don't bring back your letter Y here. I emphasized that. Instead, you replace it with IES. Then we also looked at another verb, another noun, that is family. Family. It is called family when it is one. And when they are more than one, we don't again call them family. Instead, we call them families. Letter Y is no longer seen once it comes to plural form for this case. Then, we also have city when it is in singular form. What about when they are more than one? We call them cities. Cities. When they are more than one, we call them cities. This letter Y is no longer seen. Instead, it is being replaced with those three letters, IES. Then we also have granary. Granary. It is a store where we put our grains. Granary. If it is one, it is known as a granary. And when they are more than one, we call them granaries. Granaries. You leave out letter Y. Then we also have party. Many of you enjoy parties. Party. You leave out this Y. Then when they are more than one, we call them parties. Once they are more than one, they are known as parties. We also have story. Story. I read a storybook. She has many storybooks. Story, one story. What about when they are in a collection? We call them stories. 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 We also have ferry. Ferry, that one which sails on water. Ferry. What about when they are more than one? we call them ferries. Ferries. Those are some of the nouns, and many others. Those are some of the nouns that end with the letter Y. And when we are changing them from singular to plural form, we add IES. Then, for this morning, we want to look at those nouns that end with the letter Y. And when we are forming their plurals, we don't include this IES. Instead, for them, they take only letter S. Let me assure you that I'm not confusing you. There are those ones which take IES. And the ones we are going to look at this morning, they end with the letter Y. But for them, they don't take IES. Instead, for them, they take only letter S. Why? Because this letter Y is next to the vowel. This letter Y is next to the vowel. So you just add on letter S to the letter Y. Don't get confused. We shall get there. So we want to look at forming plurals with the nouns which end with Y and take only letter S. Forming plurals of nouns that end with letter Y, and take only letter S at the end. That is what we want to look at. We want to look at forming plurals of nouns which end with the Y and take only letter S at the end. For example, we cannot forget to write our singular side. Whereby we said singular comes from the word single, and single means one. And then we have the plural side. Plural side, which means more than one. Plural side, which means more than one. Among these nouns that take only letter S and end with the letter Y, among them we have this friend of ours, this commonest word here. We have that one there. We have the noun boy. With boy, we don't add on IES. Even if you try to write it somewhere and you add on IES, the word will look awkward. And it will never, I have never seen it in the grammar. Now we have boy. For this case, we are going to add only letter S at the end. He is called boy if he is one. What about when they are more than one? We call them boys. Once they are more than one, we call them boys. We just add on letter S. Then, we also have key. Key, those ones we use to open. Opening what? Anything. It is a key. It is a key. It is called a key if it is one. It is called a key if it is one. What about they are more than one. Once they are more than one, we call them keys. Again, you leave letter Y, you just add on letter S. We have keys. She has my keys. I have left my keys in the class. My mother's keys. My mother's keys. The keys for the vehicle are lost when they are more than one. Once they are more than one, just add on letter S. We just add on letter S. Then we also have this one here. We also have that one there. That one is known as turkey. 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 A turkey is a bird, more of a domestic bird, not a wild bird. We have turkey. Turkey. With the turkey, it resembles a peacock. It resembles a peacock, but the peacock is more beautiful. The peacock is more beautiful. So we have turkey. It is called a turkey if it is one. What about when they are more than one? Once they are more than one, we call them turkeys. Turkeys. You write your word turkey the way it is. You write your word turkey the way it is, and you just add on letter S. Then we also have tray. 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 A tray of eggs. Bring that tray of cups. Where we put cups, where we put some utensils. If you don't want to handle them in a disorganized manner, you can put them on a tray, then you take them wherever you want to take them. A tray. Some trays are used in the hospitals, others we use them at home. They are part of our utensils. So we have tray. Now with the tray, it is the same story. We don't add on IES, no. Instead, we leave this letter Y and we just add on letter S. Trays. Right? Trays. Then we also have monkey. 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 We have the monkey. My dear friends over there, I think you know what a monkey is. It is a wild animal. It is so interesting when you look at it because it is more or less a human being. Whatever human beings do, they also do it. Okay? We have monkey. The word monkey, the noun monkey, also doesn't take IES when changed into plural form. Instead, we just add on letter S at the end. So we have monkeys. We have monkeys. You just write it the way it is. Then you add on letter S. We also have another one as day. We have day. Today is a Monday. Today is a Sunday. Tomorrow is a Tuesday. We have day. With the day, again, you add on letter S to make its plural form. Days. Days of the week. We have days of the week. We also have ray. 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 Rays of the sun. When the sun comes out, it has some things like sticks. In the actual sense, they are not sticks. We call them rays. The rays of the sun. If it is one, it is known as ray. If they are more than one, we call them rays. We call them rays. Rays of the sun. Rays of the sun. We don't add on letter. We don't add on IES. Instead, we add on letter S. For these nouns that do not take IES, there are not so many. There are not so many. Like those ones which take IES, yet they end with the letter Y. These ones are few. They are not as many as the other ones. Now, let us go through over what we have covered. You read with me over there, okay? We have forming plurals of nouns that end with the letter Y. And take only, I think, let me underline this word only. That word only. I have underlined it with a reason. That here it becomes an important word. And only take only letter S at the end. Only take letter S at the end. Mark that word only. As we marked the other one, some, not all. For example, we have singular, then plural. Here we have boy, boys. Key, keys. Turkey, turkeys. Tray, trays. Monkey, monkeys. Day, days. Ray, race. My dear friends, don't mix them up, okay? Don't mix them up. For these ones here, this letter Y in most cases is next to a vowel. And when we come to these ones here, letter Y comes after a consonant. That is the only difference. With these ones here which take IES, this letter Y is next to a consonant. Before letter Y, there is a consonant. And here before letter Y, there is a vowel. That is the only formula. So, this is what we have covered today. Now get ready for the activity. I'm going to put the activity there. Are we together? Now, you will get your free time, get your books, you list as many as possible. List so many in your books, those ones which end with the letter Y. Then it's up to you to choose which one takes IES and which one takes only letter Y. Thank you very much. I wish you well.